Everybody, it's Victa. It's time for another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victa Repentance series. Happy Monday, Mosh Pit. We are now only one away officially. Look at that. From this Invicta Challenge. Thank you all very much for making it possible. And like I said, hope your weekends are going off to or your new weeks, I should say, going off to a good start here. We definitely started this new month off right with that yesterday's greed run, man. That was, whew, that was spicy. Even though it's a little bit of a letdown because, like, obviously we took a lot of time to break the game and then we just one-tapped Ultra Greed. It was still worth it, in my opinion. Here's your meme of the day. This one got resurrected and necroed on the Invicta subreddit, brought to you by TJ Button. I don't know how I missed this one, but title thread was Pokemap Cards 2 Vulmapix. Or Vulmapix. Yep. I do like how TJ was actually putting effort into putting not only, like, the coloring correctly for the Pokemon, but also, like, legitimately putting them on like a Vulpix card. Like, that's really good. And of course TJ also puts in the extra effort with all the little quirks and tweaks to the text and stuff. So thank you very much, TJ. Sorry I missed this one, man. I hope you keep it up because they have been just prime. Let's hop on into this run and get off the new week. Well, get off the old week into the new week and into the new month. Bravo 3 Yankee Sierra P-Packs. We got Rotten Baby. We also have the Razor Blade, and we're also starting off with Mom's Lock, which I don't really think is necessary for us to have. Movement speed is absolutely garbo. Our tears rate is good, though. Our damage is not. Neither is our shot speed. So, for the first Eden run of the month here, now that we've exited June and have entered into the magical month of July, not great to start with anyway. But I am happy that we have at least Rotten Baby. That is going to provide us with a good amount of damage early on. And, of course, us having some... We got lots of room to grow, let's put it that way. We could use the Razor Blade if we really wanted to give ourselves a lot more damage. Same thing goes for Rotten Baby as well, as you see right here. It's okay to use against bosses and stuff if you have a Red Heart build. It does deal damage to you, so it does synergize well with stuff that triggers off of you taking damage. But for the most part, it's largely forgettable. Now we got the D20, and I will say that I'm recording this on a different run, or a different day than yesterday's run. So for the fact that we see the D20 inside the item room, first off, is really weird. Because normally the D20 is not an item that you really even see ever on the reg. Is that what they say? Is that what the kids say on the reg? I don't know. The full charge here, but nothing really to re-roll with, and that's fine. I'm going to take for now anyway, I'm going to take the matchstick. The matchstick will at least provide us with some early bombs here. We have an opportunity for a couple of D20 rolls if we get something good out of this chest. We're definitely down for, and well, we didn't get an opportunity to re-roll anything, but we did get something real good. Of course, it tears up. I'll take that, and yeah, you know what? This is definitely worth a re-roll, even though we could maybe make the sack room viable here. Let's see how this works first. Honestly, like, give me a regular HP upgrade, like just straight up regular HP upgrade, because that will give me a little bit more hope to playing the sack room early on floor 1, and that could be huge, especially if we end up getting the 30 coins from the full tappage of the sack room shuffle and have the D20. Oh baby. And we're looking at some serious momentum building early on. That would be an amazing play if we end up managing to pull it off here. Yeah, well, we didn't get that. Going to re-roll this and hopefully get some hearts out of it. And we didn't. And in fact, we didn't get anything useful out of it. So that's going to end that dream. But I think this sets us up better for the next floor with the keys and the bombs here, so that's fine. I mean, we could go back and tap that, but okay, another sack room here. So we go into last week's question of the episode, coming in from the Prismatic Form episode. This one again coming in from Vuka, who I think Vuka has like the longest string of questions of the episodes because like they're really the only ones who are asking early to get the upvotes. And this one coming in again from Buka, who said, "Question of the episode: if you get to make 3 new Angel Deal items, what are they? What do they do? And are they related to biblical lore? Would they cause you to maybe choose Angel Deals over Devil Deals? AKA, how would you buff Angel Deals without a reroll machine?" I can't for sure say that like I've thought about what new Angel items I would add, but so I'm not trying to take a cop-out answer here, but what I will say is that any and all new Angel Deal items need to give you damage and tiers. So I don't really care what the items are going to be named. I don't care what the references are going to be, but they need to be passive items and they need to give you damage and tiers for them to be considered, in my opinion, to be considered viable and more attractive, because that's really the main focus. Or give me an item that's going to give us like some kind of new transformation that's going to give us like, you know, an ultimate form, like an angel, like an angelic form. And I'm not talking about Seraphim. I'm talking about like a legit angel form. No, we can't. Our movement speed's already trash enough. Even though I just got done talking about how I would love to get movement speed or HP for the Sacrum Shuffle, that's too much. Secret Room might be here at this point since it wasn't in the other obvious spot. And it's not. Okay. So I don't mean to cop out, Vuka, but honestly, the answer would be anything that gives me damage and tiers. You know, it has to be equivalent. It has to be equivalent or greater than the amount of power that we get from a Devil Deal, and that extends over to transformations as well, because obviously the Guppy transformation is the most desirable one. So in order for us to get something, for me to really consider something over a Devil Deal, it needs to be that attractive for us to take. But I still believe that the easiest solution to that, instead of adding new items and trying to balance it out and that sort of thing, I think would still be to just simply give a reroll pedestal inside of the Angel Room. I mean, we have to take ceremonial robes. We cannot take Damocles here. And I'm just going to re-roll this now that we don't have any Red Heart HP containers, which is unfortunate because I would have loved to have played done the Sacrum Shuffle here. We can't pass up the Bare Necessities. Yeah, I would love to have just a true, or like give me an Archangel form, right? Something that's different than Seraphim. Like give Isaac like a really like regal looking, ornate like transformation that makes him look awesome and like an angel, and give him like the divine sword, something that does not operate like the spirit sword, but like almost makes him have like, you know, the ability to shoot those swords that spirit swords fire, but like they do like Revelation style beams or something like that. Like that's what I would really love to see. And I think that honestly the way to get that form would honestly just be to combine the body, the mind, and the soul. I think that's the answer to everything. Is I wouldn't add 3 new items. I would simply just change, and I would give us the ability to have an ultimate transformation. Yeah, I was gonna say I knew we had a Hermit card somewhere. Okay, half price, 4.5 volt. I'm not gonna turn that down at all. So the 4.5 volt is going to make it to where our charge on our active item is going to be dictated by how much damage we deal, not how many rooms that we end up clearing. So it's going to be a little bit shaky early on here because obviously we're not dealing a whole lot of damage, but if we get stronger now, then we could be talking about some serious reroll D20 breaking potential, and that would be, I think, the first time ever that we would have a double broken run thanks to the D20. One in greed mode and then one in regular Eden run, which does not happen very often. And the D20, honestly, it does get outshined a lot by better active items. I think it's mainly because like there's just not Almost did it. There's just not usually enough opportunity for us to re-roll stuff on the ground. You know, like usually it's stuff that you immediately need, like money, like bombs and keys, pills, something like that. But in this case, I think that it is intriguing for us because we get to have the D20 almost any time that we want it or need it. So this is an appealing scenario here to possibly show off what the D20 can really do under the right conditions in Isaac. In a non-greed run capacity. Do some creative dodging here. Remember, our movement speed is only 0.86, which is absolute disaster territory. I'm hoping that we get some movement speed soon. Other places that D20 can be used and very, very useful are whenever we have PhD and we have pills on the ground. You reroll into pills that can maybe give us some stat ups, like a speed up, something like that. Okay, what is this? What is this map that I'm looking at, game? Because it looks like a Voltorb. Okay, it is a straight up circle. I've never seen a spherical Isaac map before, but we've seen it. All I'm really looking for is the item room here. Jacob's Ladder again, and hey, look, I ain't gonna complain, but it seems like yesterday's greed run is carrying over to today, which is again really strange because I am recording this on a different day. And again, if you don't know what I'm talking about there, essentially what I mean is that there's been a long-standing theory in the Isaac community for many years now, literal years, that if you play an Isaac run and don't close the executable and play another Isaac run, you're bound to get the same number of similar items across all of those runs until you close the game and then restart the executable. Again, it is just a theory. Incredible damage right there. Again, we get a lot of stuff to reroll through here with the box. There's no way I'm going to lose a Sun card or that. I mean, the Reverse Empress would allow us to take a Devil Deal, but we didn't get one, so... Right. Golden Key. Yeah, that doesn't really help us here. And we've been to every secret room and every room, so yeah. Head on down. Nice Sun card, nerd. Very, very happy that we picked up that Sun card over that Empress card. I think that would be really, really cool to have a mind, a body, a soul transformation that turns you into this Archangel form, which also has Godhead, of course. I don't want to go into the curse room yet because we might be able to bomb our way through there, but well, I mean, we have plenty of bombs here, especially with the matchstick. Of course, Jacob's Ladder is going to be infinitely helpful, especially against rooms like this. I do want to get eventually more movement speed, though, game. Because we're now on floor 4, we have not received... We've only received a Tears Up and Damage Up, that's it. And that, while it's great to start, whenever our base stats start so low, the impact of those upgrades are really not felt until they're magnified or multiplied by a whole lot. So what I'm trying to say is be better, game. Another Bomba. At least been having a lot of good pickups here. Mostly thanks in part to the matchstick. Dogtooth, I mean, it gives us movement speed. And a very slight damage up. Eternal Heart's great. I don't know about that one. That one seemed like he wasn't even near us here, game, but okay. Mysterious Paper, it drops again. I don't really care about this. And Flying and Spectral Tears would be great, along with the tiers upgrade that we get from Ouija boards. So I'm going to take both of these. And we are going to have an HP upgrade on the next floor. So playing it a little loose here, but we needed that movement speed bad. All right, so we can see exactly where we're going. I'm going to use the sun card just to do some pure mapping. Now we have a lot of bombs and a lot of skulls, which means that we can maybe possibly make a whole bunch of stuff on the ground that we can re-roll. There's a cracked, I mean, that's a cracked die, or dice shard, which I think is going to be good. No, I can just walk out of here, but need to die. I'm actually not going to re-roll this room. The cracked key, I'm looking around the map, and I see a couple of avenues where the Ultra Seek room could be. And the dice shard would definitely be useful for either the devil deal if we get one, or in the item room. According to Apollo, there's a crawl space in here. There it is. I was bombing for pills, by the way. Before you think I lost my mind looking for the crawl space when we already found it. I'm just going to re-roll it. There's no reason not to. We'll get a bomb back. That's fine. Okay, so looking for the Ultra Secret room. I think it's above the curse room. That's my gut instinct. Definitely could be there. It's not. Yeah, we get a bomb back here, and that's fine. We cannot get into the curse room for free, and I don't really want to risk losing the soul heart, even though it's a half one. Piercing shots would be amazing if we could get this. Okay, we got piercing shots from Cupid Zero. It's good. I don't want Tech 2. I like Tech 2. I really do, but I don't want it. No. Get to teleport out, and contract from below is also huge. Oh, man. I'm going to take contract from below, but we need to be exceedingly careful here. Extremely careful. Oh, never mind. The D Twanky. Now, if I open this chest, it is going to restart this room.
Justice.
Which we have enough stuff on the ground to maybe just do, so... Get a nickel, which, yeah, we need money. D Twanky making it possible. Making me a believer again. 2 random soul hearts, we'll take it. Gonna take the double bombs here, and that's okay. But again, we need more movement speed here. Movement speed is essential. And somehow, some way, we maxed out our tears rate. Don't ask me how that happened, but happy it did. No, there's no reason for us to take Dead Onion here. Even though we, like, it's Spectral and Piercing. We already have Spectral and Piercing. We don't have to worry about the shot speed down, which is nice. We're going to re-roll stuff in here again. We get nothing but hearts. Okay. Oh, we'll take our bombs. I still think it's a little too aggressive for us to go into the curse room. Well, it's only going to cost us half of a heart, so it's neither here nor there, I guess. Unless we don't take damage in here. Okay, so we're down to 2 HP, and that's fine. We still need more movement speed. We still need damage. The dice shard I'm going to hold for either the shop or the devil deal. I'm not going to give the game a chance to screw me over here. That's a lot of keys, man. Surprisingly, we still have a chance for boss rush as well. all things considered, you know. Okay, we're just looking for soul hearts right now. I don't care about items. We're just looking for soul hearts. A half-price blue map. I'll take it. Sun's Habit, I don't really care too much about. At least with blue map, it's going to allow us to find out roughly where the boss room is, and also, of course, we'll never not know where our secret rooms are unless we get another Curse of the Lost. Because that won't happen. We could also just glean information from Dogtooth, but I like to pride myself on making sure that we know exactly where everything is at all times. There's no reason for us to bomb this judgment here because we've already been in the Devil Deal, and we actually don't want to raise our Devil Deal chances anymore because we know that we're not going to take duality. Go almost one tap both of them before they could do anything. We get growth hormones, which is an absolute godsend. Okay, we need to book it, but we might make boss rush. Since we're here, I am just going to go into the curse room. Grab poop. Not going to cut it, Chief. And this is huge now because if we make it to boss rush, we have Dice Shard, which will allow us to re-roll it. If there's something in there we don't want, but it's predicated on us, A, finding Mom, and B, getting our Fool card. I'm hoping that the Fool card is on the way, obviously. But getting that movement speed upgrade from growth hormones is very huge. We have a vault here. We can't really spend any time looking at the vault right now. Double charge key. Okay, we can use that. The D20 key. We do find the Fool card here. So all we got to do is get to Mom. Gonna walk out just to reset the statues. Walk back in. Now, with us taking the Fool card, however, this means that we don't have any ability to re-roll the boss room, or the boss rush, which is fine. We can still save that for the Devil Deal. Still have time to make this if we clear this room. Jacob's Ladder is really, really doing it for us. Okay, so we are probably going to make boss rush. Red Mom again. Oh, it's almost like all Red Mom lately. Need to not take any more damage. Well, we actually can't take a Devil Deal anymore. Very close. A lot closer than I thought it would be. It's a 68% Devil Deal chance. Going to take the Polaroid for damage, of course. And yeah. Now, C-section is interesting because it is going to lower our fire rate, but it's going to increase our DPS by a whole lot. I'm hoping that we get a very juicy vault here. Yeah, see that doesn't constitute a juicy vault game. I will take the left hand though. Reroll it. And we have multiple rerolls over here of these charge keys, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take advantage of this right now. I saw where that bomb was going. That's the reason why I got the heck out of Dodge. You need a little bit of money. Yeah. Not the greatest rerolls, I gotta admit. I'm gonna go for this because we have the dice shard. It's right here. Let's see what we can do with this here Mr. Gift. Okay, I'll take that. Yeah. Man, I'm gonna take my free. Oh, but I'm an idiot. I forgot that we have school bag. Ugh. Dang it, school bag. It's the dice shard's it's too valuable to use on that. At the very least, we have the shovel, which can at least get us crawl spaces guaranteed on every floor. But it's not what I wanted. But what can you do? It's okay. We got C-section. We have Jacob's ladder. We just need to get a little bit more HP. Hopefully we get some help from the left hand and we'll be good to go. And Curse the Blind. Yeah, so C-section is our first time we get to see exactly, no pun intended, what C-section can do here with Jacob's ladder. And you're seeing here, I mean, we only have 6.4 damage, which is not, it's not blowing the barn doors off of anything, all right? And we are still dealing an adequate amount of damage to kill things in a pretty quick amount of time. Yeah, so we get the full charge there on the shovel, and I'm just going to use that to get the crawl space. You can get the guaranteed crawl space by using it over, by using it over a piece of art on the ground. So like somewhere that isn't like just straight up like blank floor. Yeah, this is the wrong way, all right. Blue map has once again lied to us. I almost have half of mine just to skip this floor entirely, but I'm not going to do it. Up over the D20, might as well get these full charges, or mini charges anyway. Be very foolish to skip any floor right now. Might as well D20 it. Never know. Full card, nah. It's unfortunate that, I mean, well, it's not, it is unfortunate, but it's not surprising that we get a Curse the Blind on our guaranteed devil deal here. Probably gonna be an item pedestal in here as well. A little bit surprised by that. I probably should just left that stuff on the ground to re-roll it with the D20, but I didn't. Again, with it being Curse the Blind, it kind of kills my buzz for trying to make chests appear. Although with the left hand of the D20, that gives us an opportunity to make red chests appear, which could, in theory, allow us to have an easily renewable source of soul hearts. Or at least a chance, anyway. Okay. Last assist shouldn't be a problem here. It says as he takes damage. Yeah, we're not in good shape here. Our movement speed is definitely a crutch. And shot speed's kind of whatever. And yep. Just can't take it, man. Oh, and you took my dice shard by giving us a random pill. I see what you got going on here, game. Okay. Thanks for Curse the Blind. Kind of peeved by that, to be honest, but that's Isaac, baby. All right, so you see this crap on the ground here, these blades of grass. If I use the shovel on top of this, it's a guaranteed crawl space. Whereas if I use it like somewhere over here, for example, or somewhere like, I don't know, over here, it's not guaranteed to be a crawl space. It's just going to take you down to shoal. Get a black market. Apology not accepted, game. I was holding on to that reroll for a while. Get a fortune-telling machine. Yeah, probably. Okay, so we can get... We basically will get a Soul Heart and Holy Mantle for the boss room. But that is again, a very aggressive play when we don't have the movement speed. First card gives us a little bit of leeway. But again, we're not in a solid position here to be playing super aggressive. I mean, it's like, yeah, we've got the damage. No one's going to argue that, but this is that same situation where it's like, you know, if you don't have the base stats to work with, damage can only carry you so far. Mobility is everything in this game. Okay, was that fortune? No, that fortune telling machine wasn't in here. That was on the, yeah, that was on the last floor. Now again, we can guaranteed take the blanket. It was a nightmare to deal with. The blanket's going to give us the Soul Heart regardless of how much HP we have, so we can take it no matter what. But right now we're not thinking blanket. We're thinking like we just need HP. Period. Left hand, I gotta say, you've been kind of bumming me out here. Very dangerous to cross the screen right there. I mean, no bombs. Really need to be leaving stuff on the ground. Oh, we don't have a charge. Let's get a full charge real quick. Should get us there with the D-Twanky. Maybe not. Kind of dangerous for us to be doing this full clear here, especially with this movement speed, but trying to make any play happen right now. Remember, any red chest that we spawn is a chance for us to get more life. A bomba. Okay, so we can go into the super secret room right now. And you know, if we have to get into the boss trap room in hopes of getting at least something, that's definitely an avenue as well, but this is a very important devil deal here. The Eternal Heart's huge. I'm not going to take the Eternal Heart yet. Get a Soul Heart here from Blue Larry. That's also huge. I'm still not going to take it because if we end up taking the... No, we need to take the Soul Heart for the devil deal, which we probably won't get. Now, if I was smart, and I really should have done this, I should have used the shovel in the Blue Larry room and left, and then come back to spawn another Blue Larry to get a second Soul Heart. That would have been the Omega Mind play. But Abba Dabba Ding Dong here is going to give us much needed movement speed and damage. We're going to take Abba Dabba Ding Dong. Pick up his eye randomly from the left hand. Don't walk into the other pedestals. Okay. Now, here comes, this is the conundrum here. Do we go and take the Eternal Heart and lose Polaroid Invincibility? It's an extra tap. I think we pretty much have to. And we abandoned the idea of taking the blanket now because it's too expensive for us to take. Curse the Maze. So again, same thing implies for the shovel here. We're looking just for a piece of art on the ground to give us a crawl space. Although I don't think a crawl space can actually exist in... yeah, I don't think it can actually exist in the cathedral. So I'm just going to re-roll those chests because I don't want them. Still don't want them. You get a bomb so we can open up the secret room. Right, meow. Clear rune, okay. Yeah. Okay. We see the thing is we don't need that. We would have loved to have gotten a Dagaz rune or something like that. Tiny planet. It doesn't. I mean, yeah, it does affect. It does affect C-section. That's true, but it's not in a way that I care about. Yeah, so we have our target reroll here. I don't know why I went down here. Take this very slowly. Cotton Bay was great. I don't know how we escaped not getting hit there. Notice how we're in a safe spot here. We cannot get hit by the statue no matter what. Angles are important to know. Now, we have one bomb for those blue fires. And no, Guppy's Eye does not always show you if there's going to be a soul heart or not. Again, Guppy's Eye will... It's you got to remember, Guppy's Eye is part of the game. It's going to lie to you. That's what we cannot afford, is to take damage here. First moon card takes us to the ultra secret room, which gives us Yum Heart. Ugh. Okay, yeah. Remember when I was saying, like, we can't afford to take damage? Yeah. Getting hit twice in the same room is not what we needed. Again, this lack of movement speed is very disturbing. Okay, we've frozen Monstro, I think. There's a tinted rock over here. Much needed soul heart, but I'm just saying, had we had the Polaroid invincibility there, we would not have been double tapped. So that shows you the importance of having Polaroid invincibility. In one bomb game, it's too dangerous for us to go look for another full charge here, and I have to drop the left hand unless we think that we're going to be able to get Guppy. Yeah, so I'm going to use the Emperor's card here because, again, we don't have Polaroid invincibility, and this is a major problem. The first Eden run of July is not panning out the way that I would have hoped. Okay. We get a bomb, thankfully. Now, this is the pivotal moment. This run. Do we take the left hand and go into the chest? If we get Curse the Blind, it's not going to matter. But I think we have to take it. We have to take a chance to get either the Pact, the Mark, 9 lives would be perfect. But I'm going to risk it. This is risky. Yep. That is unfortunate. So that's real bad. Lord of the Pit would have been amazing, but yeah, we're just gonna have to beast mode it. And showing you that damage is not everything. If we get a full charge on the D20, we'll be able to re-roll the chest into maybe a soul heart, but we can also roll things on the ground into chests if they drop. There's a calculated risk to not take the Polaroid and not pan out. I'm gonna re-roll the chests. Maybe they'll turn into golden chests. We got Unicorn Stump. This is a Tears Up, so although Tears Up doesn't matter. Isaac's Heart's an absolute no-go. Okay, so with the Unicorn Stump, at least we have a chance if we get in trouble. This room is going to be hell. And no, it won't recharge Unicorn Stump. Really, all we need to do is we need to get a few C-section babies out and just let them go to town, and then we can hit Unicorn Stump if things get screwy. C-section's awful for taking out fires, by the way, so that's why I'm being very cautious here. This is Blue Famine, so Blue Famine will give us a soul heart. That might be all we need. Yeah, we absolutely take both of these. Glowing Hourglass is massive for us because that allows us to undo damage. But I don't know if this is the right way to Blue Baby, though, is the thing. It is not. Let's go see what's inside of the super secret room. Again, getting trolled by the blue map here. There's usually black soul hearts in here. I'm sad that there's not. So, is the secret room the way to go? Looks like it might be. As much as I would love to use the glowing hourglass whenever we go in the wrong direction, we absolutely cannot. That would be a very foolish thing to do. Get a hero font card, and I think that's going to pull us out of Death Zone. Man, again, to stand as a testament to how important mobility is in this game, this run right here. We had the damage, even though it wasn't overwhelming, and we just lacked the ability to avoid damage. Mobility is everything in Isaac. If you can't dodge, you're not going to win. Just flat out. Healing is important, but not as important as just simply missing all damage. You know, I gotta say, the left hand kind of lost some points today. It didn't really help us that much. And, you know, again, with the calculated risk of not taking the Polaroid in a low life, low mobility situation, sometimes it pans out. This time it definitely didn't. But either way, we're going to get the dub here. What an exciting way to start off July, officially now. And if you enjoyed this video, everyone, make sure you click the like button, leave a comment down below. Remember, only one video away from 3,000 likes, and we're going to have this Invicta Challenge ready to go. Thank you, everyone, for all the support. I really appreciate it over the weekend and going into the brand new month. As always, see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Railgun, Troy Mason, and CTop18. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Sinvicta.